Okay, Sairam everyone, a very good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. So welcome to our SSE Open Day of year 2022. Drum rolls. I'm Shangri.
And I'm Hamsa. And we are your MCs for today.
All right. So hope everyone's having a very good morning. I know it's a bit of a pretty cold morning, so everyone a bit sleepy and also to kickstart our morning enthusiastically. So we will begin our open day today by offering our prayers to our beloved Swami. Okay. Yes, I think there's some technical issue with the form. We are looking into it. We will update you once it's sorted. Okay, thank you.
दीपं ज्योति परब्रह्मा दीपं ज्योति परायणे दीपेन हरते पापं संध्यादीपं सरस्वती ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात् ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात् ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ तत्सत् श्रीनारायण तुम पुरुषोत्तम गुरु तुम सिद्ध बुद्ध तुम स्कंद विनायक सविता पावक तुम सविता पावक तुम ब्रह्ममस्जतुं यावशक्तितुं येषु पिता प्रभुतुं रुद्रविष्णुतुं रामकृष्णतुं रहीमताओतुं रहीमताओतुं वासुदेव गो विश्वरूप तुम चिदानंद हरि तुम अद्वितीय तुम अकाल निर्भय आत्मलिंग शिव तुम आत्मलिंग शिव तुम आत्मलिंग शिव तुम ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Sai Ram, everyone. We are back again. So just to remind you, earlier we shared the attendance QR code, right? So now we've refreshed it, we've corrected it, so you can submit multiple responses now. So we've shown the QR code again. You may scan it and confirm your attendance. Okay, so this is our second virtual open day and second year of having virtual open day. We have about 49 participants here, and I think on YouTube we have about 30 plus. So can you use your reaction button to show those who are new here? Can you just show us maybe like a thumbs up or like a heart reaction just to show that you are here? Okay, yes, we are receiving some responses. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining. So before we start off, right, we will watch a quick video about our center.
Okay, before the video, right, we have a QR code shown here, right? Okay, so this is a different one, not the same one that you saw earlier. Earlier one was for your attendance. This is for your a Q&A session that we will be having at the end of our event today. So all of you can just quickly scan and keep it, and throughout the event, if you have any questions or doubt you would like to ask, you can quickly type it in and wait for us to address it later on. Is that okay? If you're unable to scan, once again, we will be sharing the link in the chat for your YouTube and Zoom. So if you have any question at all and you would like to clarify it, do let us know in the link, okay? Right, so let's move on to the video. Avlodana, Hamza, I was not even ready. So fast the video finished.
Exactly. But then I have the right person who can tell us more about this. And for that, we will call upon our chairman, Uncle Brother Ramanathan, to come and tell us more. Uncle, you're invited.
Okay, Saram everyone. Good morning, dear parents, children, gurus, brothers and sisters. A warm welcome to all of you to our SSE Balvikas Open Day. Okay, for the benefit of those who are new, let me just briefly introduce who we are and what we do. For a start, my name is Ramanathan. We are members of SSBCBK, which stands for Satya Sai Baba Center of Bandar Klang. There'll be a slide now. As you can see from the slide, can I have the slide, please? Yeah, as you can see from the slide, all of us come under SSIO. All of us come under an overall governing body, that is Sri Satya Sai International Organization, which is based overseas. And we have over 80 centers in Malaysia. And all of us, these 80 centers in Malaysia come under Satya Sai International Organization of Malaysia. All of us are legally registered with the Registrar of Societies. Besides Malaysia, there are Sai Baba centers in over 180 countries worldwide. And Bhagawan Sri Satya Sai Baba is the founder of this organization. We are a non-sectarian, non-governmental organization dedicated to the promotion of human values, national unity, and selfless service for the poor, sick, and needy. The next slide is a brief of SSBCBK and its origin. As you can see, we started in 1992, in April 1992, as a Bhajan unit. Then after 2 years, we upgraded to a full-fledged center in 1994, and we operated from the residence of Mr. and Mrs. Balasingham in Taman Melawis for about 10 years. Then we shifted to the current premises in Taman Saujana Jati. That is where we are now. Then the next slide will show you roughly how we are organized. As you can see, you see the first picture there on top. That is Satya Sai Baba. He's our boss. He's our boss, and under him we have, of course, myself, and then secretary is Brother Mohan Ram, and treasurer Brother Chandran. And we are supported by these wings. We have various wings who are involved in many activities, all kinds of activities, and these wing heads will address you shortly. I will just introduce you, like you have Mahila wing, we have Sister Sajita, then we have the next is Brother Naveen, who is the spiritual wing head. Then you have Brother Mohana, who is the service wing, Brother Jeevan, who's the youth wing head, and just hold on. Yeah, I can't see the other picture. Sorry, education wing. Education wing, all of you know, Sister Anjula. She's the education wing head. And this is how we are all structured. And the entire organization is managed by volunteers whose source of inspiration is our beloved Swami Sri Satya Sai Baba. As all of you are here for the Balvikas program, SSE program, let me briefly touch on that also. This noble initiative was mooted by Swami more than 50 years ago. Yes, long before some of you were born, I guess. And the next slide, I just want to know, do you all know who is the first guru? Do you all know who is the first guru? Can I have a quick response? Anybody knows or not? Other than the gurus, of course. Is there any? Okay, if there, I can't see the responses. Okay, the first guru is also known as Adi Guru. This is the picture you can see is Dakshinamurti, also known as Adi Guru, the first manifestation of Lord Shiva in the human form. And he imparts all forms of knowledge and dispels ignorance through silence. Yes, you heard me right. His teachings were through telepathy. He taught the 4 sons of Lord Brahma without uttering a single word. Do you think that's possible now? You Satyan nenikiringa ipa in the yugathila cannot. Then the next slide we have Dwapara Yuga, we have Krishna, also a guru. And who was his favorite disciple? As you all know, it's Arjuna. And with such a great teacher like Krishna, Arjuna also asked a lot of questions, but absorbed all the answers unconditionally. Idum Basatyama, is it possible now? That also is questionable. Now, in this Kali Yuga, what do you think is happening? The disciples, that is the students, decide what the guru must teach, how he should teach, and how the class must be structured. If the guru doesn't listen, then they either complain to the Guru Busa or the dean of the university, or they stop attending classes. Why? Because they are paying money for education. That's why our beloved Guru Sai Baba said, if we take money from the students, we have to give them what they ask for. When we give education free, we can give them what has to be given. Swami goes on to reiterate that an education system based on money cannot impart sacred learning. Thus, our SSE classes are conducted with the main objective of initiating the child into a course of character building by developing self-discipline, providing healthy association, and inculcating good habits. As you all know, one of Swami's famous quote is, end of education is character. Swami has also said, when money is lost, nothing is lost. When health is lost, something is lost. When character is lost, everything is lost. So dear parents, I'm sure you would have heard of buildings constructed and approved by engineers, architects, and other professionals collapsing. You would have heard of doctors dispensing fake medicine and now currently issuing fake certificates. All these people are educated, but their character is questionable. So I'm sure you appreciate how important character is, and that is the real essence of our SSE classes and Swami's message. We have been conducting these classes close to over 30 years. And in fact, a number of our gurus and assistant gurus are part of our Balvikas alumni. You will notice that the moving force in all our activities is our youth. And all of them are Balvikas students. In fact, our management committee itself now comprises many ex-Balvikas students. The education wing by Sister Anjula, she was a Balvikas student. We have Brother Jeevan in the youth wing, and he's also heading the building committee, an ex-Balvika student. The spiritual wing by Brother Navin, also an ex-Balvika student. And in fact, our assistant secretary, that is Brother Harwin Rao, and our assistant treasurer, Brother Vijay, These people are all ex-Balvika students. So please be assured that you have made the right decision in enrolling your child in our SSE program. They are in good hands, and our gurus will endeavor to ensure the various qualities inherent in your child are brought out to prominence. Why? Because our gurus are doing it out of love for your children and joy in implementing our beloved Swami's mission without expecting a single penny in return. So now let's come to what you can do, what you all can do. Enrolling your child is only the first step you have taken. However, your responsibility does not end there. To enable your child to derive the maximum benefit, we need your assistance and involvement too. The child is with us for only 1 or 2 hours per week, and thus it's crucial that they do not miss classes or are distracted during class. So we humbly request your assistance to ensure that they attend all classes on time. And try not to miss these classes, because once you miss these classes, the continuity is lost. Then we have, make sure their environment is conducive. If you can give them a room or a separate corner, that will be good. And encourage them to participate in activities, because that's where we mold their self-confidence and their ability to face the public and speak or act. And also check your dedicated WhatsApp group and be updated on our postings. And please give feedback to our gurus on any issues pertaining to the class. And another thing is, if you notice some your child's behavior at home and you feel that this has to be informed to the gurus, please feel free to share these insights with your gurus. Swami has also said, the next slide, the home is the first school of a child, and no school, convent, or nursery can replace that. Thus, your involvement and participation is equally important. Thank you, dear parents. Wish you all a very fruitful year ahead, and please feel free to contact me or anyone in the committee if you need any clarifications or assistance. Another very important request, please stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you. Sarah.
Thank you very much, Uncle, for that wonderful insight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Uncle. Okay, Hamza. So now we pretty much have seen how the center works with the committee. So let's come back to today's event. What is actually SSE and why are we even having an open day now?
I know, right? The name itself says SSE, and the short form doesn't really say much, right?
Right.
Again, I have another right person who can answer all of our questions about SSE. So for that, we will call upon Sister Angela, our education coordinator, to take us on from here. Okay, while waiting for her, Shangri, why not we? Shangri, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, while waiting for her, maybe we can watch our promo video.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Okay, before we hear about SSE, maybe we can have a look about what the education wing is all about.
Right.
Okay.
Wow, that looks so exciting, right? There are just so much children, so many kutis there doing a lot of things. I'm really excited to know more on what SSE is all about.
Exactly. Akka, Angelaka, are you in?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, you can take it on from here, Akka.
Okay. Good morning, everybody, and Sairam. We just wanted to do a quick check to see how many of you missed me at that quick point of time and wanted to know whether I am here or not. Okay, let's firstly thank Swami for giving us this wonderful opportunity to have this virtual SSE Balvikas Open Day, and also thanking the gurus, the organizing team for today, and parents and you lovely children. So if all of you are able to hear me, I know all of you are either connected via the Zoom or the YouTube. Yeah. So if you are able to hear me, go to the chat box, type there and say Sairam Guru. Let me see how many of you are able to do this. I'm waiting for your response. Okay, I can see a lot of you responding. Very nice, very nice. Sairam, and a very good morning. And also, it's not too late to say Happy New Year to all of you. And it's been 2 months since we spoke and connected after Awards Day. For those who have been connected to us. And today, let me take this wonderful opportunity to give you a lot of understanding about what is SSE, what is the education wing, what is Balvikas, and so forth. So as commonly when we are in the education field, we need to use some analogy to give a good explanation. And today we are going to use a tree. Okay, Computer G, next slide, please. Yes, let's look at this tree. How many of you, right, have a plant, a little plant or a big, huge tree at your home? Let's use the chat box to communicate and interact with me. I'm watching you on YouTube as well. I'm watching you on Zoom at 2 different platforms so I can see your responses. Right. Okay. Some of you have many plants. All right. How many have huge trees, fruit trees, maybe flowering plants? How many of you are little gardeners at home? Come on, let me see some responses. Oh, you have a mango tree. Lovely. Okay. All of you probably have a cutie tree at home. Yes or not? Yeah. And if we look at this lovely tree, right, when we look at this lovely tree, what do you see when you look at the tree? Some of us feel like, okay, let's go get some shade. Some of us will say, okay, let's go get some fruits. Some of us say, never mind, let the tree be there for the birds to come and have a little home there. What does it mean for you, this tree? When you look at this tree, what does it mean to you? Come, let me see some responses on the chat box. Those on YouTube, let me see some responses as well. Okay, to eat the fruit, right? Yes. Yes, peace, joy, right. Now, when we look at the fruit, for example, how many of you want to go and pluck the fruit when it's not so ripe, you know? None, right? We want to pluck it and eat it so it's sweet, juicy, and really, really nice. Do we want fruits which got worms, look very stale, looks got, some kind of starchy smell? No, all of us want beautiful fruits which are tasty and nice. We all want beautiful flowers, right? So if you look at the tree, every part of that tree has got some purpose, some very good purpose. And this is exactly what we as parents, including myself, thirst for. We want to have children which resemble this tree, a good character tree. Okay, before we get a little bit more deeper into that, how many of you know how a tree grows? If yes, use the reaction buttons if you're in Zoom and raise your hands and say, yes, I know, or show me a thumbs up, show me some emoticons. If you're in the YouTube, you can chat with me. I'm watching, I'm waiting for your responses. Okay, all right. Let's see how a tree grows. Let's do a quick science class. Next slide, Computer G. Okay, imagine, right, a kuti seed is put into the soil, right? A little bit of a science class, which you all learn in nursery as well, right? A kuti seed is put into the soil, and then with some air, and then with some sunlight, this kuti tree grows, comes into some, it sprouts with some shoots, and then it grows into a kuti plant, then a medium-sized plant, a large plant, then becomes a huge tree. Correct. So about a week ago, your parents did the same thing. They planted a kuti seed by hitting the Google form and registering you into the Balvikas program, or commonly known as SSE, which is Sai Spiritual Education, right? So your parents took this kuti seed, which resembles you, the child, and put you into the soil, which is our Balvikas program. And then as you join us weekly from next week onwards, you will have a lot of gurus coming and pouring some water, nourishing the seed. So the seed will slowly sprout out, and then slowly kuti leaves will come, looking at the sunlight, which is God, and then growing bigger and bigger and fresher and more nourished into a huge tree. So if you look at this analogy, parents and children, today you are the kuti seed, and tomorrow this kuti seed will transform into this huge tree. But for it to become a big and healthy and a huge tree, what is really important? Is it just the seed? No, it's the water. It is also the sunlight. It's also the air. The most important is air. The parents need to give the kids enough space to breathe and grow. So if you look at this analogy again, parents, to have a healthy tree, we need all these elements. To have a healthy and happy child, we also need these elements. Right. Let's move to the next slide. So if you see in this slide, you will see some roots, you will see some leaves. Are these important elements in a tree? If it's yes, hit the chat box and type it there. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, now you can see these roots. How is it growing? What is the root trying to bring for the tree to grow well? What does the root go getting in that soil for the tree to grow? What does it look for? Come on, chat box. Water, exactly. Very good. So who gives you the water in the Balvikas program? Who gives you the water? Gurus. Very good, very good. Yes, gurus are the ones who give you the water. And then the tree becomes so nourished, right? And then it grows and grows. And you look at the leaves, it becomes so fresh. And then who's making the tree look more fresh and more healthy? The sunlight, of course, the God. But who's giving the space between each trees? Your parents. So now children and parents, this Balvikas program takes not one day to see the transformation, but years to see the transformation. From that, like that kuti seed to that huge tree, the huge nourished tree, it takes years. For example, let me ask a good question now to all of you. How many years does it take for a banyan tree to grow and become healthy and huge? Come on. Can I see some responses in the YouTube as well? We have 39 of them watching in YouTube. How many years does it take? 10 years? 15 years? 100 years? Come. Quick. Yes, it takes about 25 years based on google.com. Not that I've planted a banyan tree based on google.com. It takes approximately about 25 years, right, for this banyan tree to grow. But what kind of benefit does this banyan tree give? It gives you shade. It gives you a place to feel cool and calm. So many purposes, right? So this is exactly what we as parents, as I'm repeating myself, want our child to have the right purpose in life. Let's move to the next slide. Right? So right now we have really understood what is Balvikas, where our child is situated. Next slide, please. Yeah, sorry. Go a slide before. Go to the previous, yeah. So we have understood what is Balvikas, what is SSE, right? Why is it so important for our children, right? We have understood that. But right now, rather than us just understanding what is it and why is it, we also need to understand how it really works. What is the science behind this Balvikas? How does it apply to my child? And how do we all get integrated to this? So I'm going to briefly explain to you the SSE framework or the Balvikas framework that we practice at Bandar Klang. Right. Computer G, next slide. We're going to use again another analogy, which is SAI, right? So being gurus, we simplify the information so that all of us are able to grasp it and understand. So let's look at the first letter in S, A, I. S, science, A, application, and I, integration. So let's look into science of SSE. Next slide, Computer G. Right. As a parent and as a product of Balvikas, I really feel good character is something so valuable that we all need. How many of our parents here today in the call feel the same as me? Use the chat box and hit it yes. Or you can use the emoticons and show, heart shapes or whichever that is you want to. Even those who are in the YouTube can start chatting with me. Yes, all of us. Okay, I'm a parent of a 13-year-old girl, almost a teenager now, and a nine going 10-year-old another girl. So I have two daughters, right? And as a parent, my husband and I always really aspire to make sure that we have a child with good character. And as a product of Balvikas, I do believe this Balvikas program would definitely result that in my child. And I believe this thing is also something that most of the parents in Balvikas have realized. And we have a lot of them who have joined us as young gurus and also joined us as young adults. So now, good character is the main key word. So what is the formula that we have in having a good character child? Anybody knows what's the formula? I didn't find this formula. It was Swami who found this formula. And I thank my gurus, right? My family for actually giving me this opportunity to learn this formula and practice it and now share it with all of you as well. So what is this good character formula? Let's look into it. Next slide, Computer G. Right. It all starts again with a tiny mini seed, which is the thought. And then this thought moves into actions. These actions moves into habits. This moves into character. And then we have a good destiny. So it all starts with the right word called good thoughts, good actions, good habits, good character, and good destiny. So if you look at the right side, you will see a good destiny model using the same analogy of the tree. So it all again starts with the thought. Computer G, next slide. Now, let me go a little bit more deeper about the good character formula. The three main values is the head value, the heart value, and the hand value. Head, our heart, and our hands, the 3H. So good thoughts. How do we have good thoughts? When our thoughts are loving, It's good thoughts. And this equates to truth. When our feelings are so much of love, you feel so loved in your feelings, you feel very peaceful, you feel very calm. These are good feelings. And then when you're doing something and it's full of love, it's right conduct. And these together, when they all come together, you feel so like, you don't want to harm anybody. So much of love. And that translates into non-violence. So when the head, heart, and hand value are connected together in unity, the good character automatically gets into your child. And this is what our Balvikas program is all about. Bringing out that value from within that little seed into that huge tree that will bring great good value to the whole nation. Right? Next slide, Computer G. So these are the 5 basic human values that is so essential for your child to bring out. And we are all saying these values are within that kuti seed that grew into the big tree. It's there inside that seed. And this Balvikas program is about bringing it out, bringing it into realization, bringing it to awareness that you have the truth inside you, love, peace, right conduct, and finally, non-violence. Okay, next slide. So we understood the science of a good character, right? It's all within us. We don't have to go search out anywhere. It's everything within us with the 4-letter word called love, right? Now let's see how we apply this in the classes. Next slide. Yes, this is the 5 teaching methodologies, which is sometimes we start with silent sitting, or sometimes we end it with silent sitting. Why silent sitting is really important? Because it sorts of puts your child into a focus, gives the mind a calmness, a standstill time, so that improves the memory of the child, gives you better concentration. So we have a segment in the class that talks about or does an activity related to silent sitting. Then we have storytelling. A lot of it learned from stories. Even Uncle narrated a story earlier. We started with a story about a tree. So when we hear stories, we connect, we understand it, and then we are able to apply it because we get the essence. Then we learn through singing. We call group singing. Why? We learn a lot of value songs by singing, right? You can hum the song, the value gets into our subconscious mind. We also learn multiple different prayers that cross across different religion. And at different age groups, you learn different prayers. And also finally, group activities that gives you a better imagination, builds your creativity, builds your critical thinking, starts at very young age at 4 up to 17. Right? So we talked about the 5 values. We talked in the science. We talked about how we apply it using the 5 methodologies. Next slide. And these are our class themes. We have 4 types of class themes, right? We have Swami Day, so they'll understand who is Swami, what are his teachings. We go to the value day, like I thought about the 5 different values earlier. We have Interfaith Day that touches across all the various religions across. And finally, Go Green Day, because we need to appreciate the nature. So all of these lessons are actually put into our 30 to 32 weeks of classes for your children. And most of it will be like a 10 lessons of Swami Day, 10 lessons of Value Day, 10 lessons of Interfaith Day, and about 2 or 1 classes of Go Green Day, right? Okay, let's move to the next slide. So since we have understood the science, we have understood the application. Now let's see the next word, which is integration. So we have learned S, science, A, application. Now I, integration. So integration, it means connecting few things together. So now who are we connecting? We, the gurus, or commonly known as teachers, the parents, right? And the students. The parents are very crucial as the students, right? If you see the image, you will see the student in a star. To make your student be a star in God's heaven, right? What is really important? This triple partnership model. Whereas again, the three values. The head value is called commitment. The heart value is compassion, and the hand value which is communication. So all three of us need to practice and put into action these values of commitment, compassion, and communication to make your child this star in God's heaven. Okay, let's move on. Yes. So, parents, lot of us start investing dollar signs once your child is born. But have you invested value in your child? Have you thought about, besides just the normal education, your child needs educare, a value that brings them into character? Have you thought about it? How long does this investment take? It's an investment without dollars. It's an investment with LOVE. It starts for 14 years. It's a 14 years journey. Some of you may be already asking, but I just knew this at the age of 10. Am I too late to this program? Am I going to miss out the investments? No. Remember, it's a triple partnership. It's where you connect. We will really bring you till the end point, to the achieving point. So for example, if we started at the early age as 4, your child sees and does. Then it moves by doing and making, and then it moves into thinking and doing, and planning and doing, and finally they will start transforming and achieving. And the products of Balvikas translates into Sa young adult. You see there, a boy, has got, or a girl, right, has graduated with so much success. So our Balvikas program, the children actually formally graduates in a real big convocation, which this certificate is really recognized at the MOE level, Ministry of Education, in their success of character building. Right? And if you look into the characters that build out of your child, again comes back the head, heart, and hand value. We want a child to be able to discriminate. We want a child to be very devoted. We want a child to be very duty bound. So the head, heart, and hand value again translates back. And finally, we want a young adult which is full of faith and surrender, that whatever he or she takes by is able to succeed in life with good character. So this is the investment of time and love that comes together in building a beautiful, successful child. That big, huge tree. Okay, next slide, please. Right. So Swami says Balvikas or Sai spiritual education is the primary basis or of the great movement that restores righteousness, dharma. Right? The ideal of the program is to raise a generation of boys and girls who have clean and clear conscience. Right? So it is so clear that this program is going to give you the value that you all are looking for. Right? Okay. Now next slide. So I hope you have understood from the little tree how the seed becomes a tree, right? And then who is all the parties that are involved in it? And then what's the science behind it? What's the application behind it? What's the integration behind it? And how we all come together in terms of the 14 years roadmap. My gurus or the gurus of Bandar Klang will take time later to explain to you part by part from each class with exciting ways of sharing how it happens. Okay, so stay tuned. Don't run away. Now, coming back to class schedules. So when this happens, so I've answered your what, I've answered your whys, I've answered your hows. Now, when are these classes? And how are these classes happening? It's all happening virtually on Sundays. Some are happening in the morning hours, and one of the classes are happening on the evening hours. So you can see the timings. As you registered, you would have noticed nursery is in the morning, group 1 is in the morning, group 2 is in the afternoon, group 3 and group 4 are in the morning. For those who have been with us, there's a slight change for group 1 class. We have moved it to the morning hours, which starts at 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. And for those who have been with us, nursery classes has just slightly changed about 15 minutes of time, right? And also to take note, Veda classes have been incorporated into our Balvikas modules, which will be further explained by Brother Navin during his segment later. Okay, next slide. Right. So this is our team, our core team. Of course, this is not just the gurus. We have a huge number of gurus. So, but these are the class champions that help to coordinate the structure, help to coordinate the responses to the parents, and put everything together in a big, beautiful puzzle together with all the supporting gurus. Right. So today with me, like my right and my left, we have Sister Hamsa and Sister Shankari who assist in this coordination of this program. Right. So me being the education coordinator can't just run this, army by myself. So this good army of people definitely has a surrounding factor, right? So we have the nursery, we have the group ones, we have the group twos, the group threes, and the group four champions, as you can see here. And as the time goes by in this segment today, you will get to know and see them and hear them later, right? I'm done from my end. And if you have a lot of questions that are burning inside you, you want to really ask, there's a QA code that has been shared. You can put those questions down. And just to summarize, be like a tree, because you will lead a life with full of purpose, beginning from the bark to the flower to the fruits. All right. Thank you and Sairam. And back to my lovely ladies, Shankari and Hamsa.
Thank you very much, Akka. Wow. I was like in awe with how structured the whole SSE program is.
Thanks, Ma.
Thank you, Akka. Hamsa, wow.
I think we just went through like a standard 2, standard 3 science class really.
Yeah, like how many analogies and methodologies we saw, right? I'm really very excited to know more about how these SSE classes are being conducted.
Yes, actually, right. Now we know the whole structure of our center and SSE.
Right.
I'm sure you're curious to know about what happens in the specific class, right? So I think we should start off with all our kutis, the youngest ones, 4 to 5 years old. So for that, we will call upon Sister Nirmala and Sister Shamini to take us on.
Sairam.
Sairam.
Sairam. My loving pranams at the lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. My loving welcome to all you lovely people. First of all, thank you very much for taking our time to attend our Balvikas Open Day. Your attendance today really aspires and motivates us gurus. Hopefully, at the end of the day, all of you would have a clearer picture of what Balvikas is all about. I shall try my very best to briefly explain what Balvikas is all about and how the classes are run in a weekly basis. Before we go on, let's watch our less than 3-minute nursery promo video to get a better understanding of how our classes are run. Let's see the nursery video now. Sai Ram. Welcome to SSE Nursery class of Sri Satya Sai Baba Center of Bandar Klang. SSE, Sai Spiritual Education, or what we commonly call as Balvikas, which basically means blossoming of the child, is a program to awaken the latent divine qualities within each child. Satya Sai Baba has fostered a unique approach to education called EduCare, drawing out divine qualities of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence, which are latent within the individual. EduCare aligns the heart, head, and hands. Through education must, in Sai Baba's words, broaden the heart and expand one's love. True education is that which fosters the sense of oneness, draws out one's divine qualities, and promotes the blossoming of human personality. To add on to this program, also promotes unity of religions, the fatherhood of God, and the brotherhood of man, and stories about the life of Satya Sai Baba. This program uses 5 teaching techniques: prayers, meditation, storytelling, group devotional singing, and group activities to develop and promote the human values of Satya, truth, Dharma, right conduct, Shanti, peace, Prema, love, and Ahimsa, non-violence, which are inherent within the children. These techniques train the children from an early age to quieten their minds so as to be able to listen to the voice of their conscience, When put into practice, the children gain self-confidence, attain excellence, and acquire the quality of leadership. The success of the SSE program depends on a three-party relationship where parents, children, and gurus are all actively involved and working towards the same goal. All three elements are needed for the program to work effectively. The online nursery Balvikas classes of our center will be held every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. Children of ages 4 and 5 are encouraged to enroll for the class. Please get in touch with the contacts shown. We have a team of enthusiastic gurus waiting to mold your children into beautiful humans. Hope you make the right choice, parents. Sairam. Yeah, that was the video. And I'm pretty sure that video did broaden the knowledge about our human value classes. With that, we shall see what exactly happens in our weekly classes. If there are any questions, please feel free to interrupt me. Lesson plans are prepared every week by assigned gurus. Lesson plans are categorized under three themes, namely Swami's Day, Value Day, Interfaith Day. These lesson plans, together with the videos and pictures relating to the lessons, are sent to our nursery class technical team. This team then develop beautiful PowerPoints to be presented during our visual classes. Lesson plans are created based on the 5 main values of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence under the 5 teaching techniques of silent sitting, prayers, storytelling, group singing, and group activity. So actually that means every week a new sub-value of one of the main value is introduced. This sub-value will be highlighted in the lesson plan using the 5 teaching techniques. For example, let's take honesty. Honesty is a sub-value of truth. So this value will be emphasized throughout the lesson under the 5 teaching techniques. So,
Teacher, excuse me, I got one question. Can I ask?
Sure.
Teacher, the lesson that you are teaching me, is it the same like I've learned in my Tadika? And what is the thing or who is the person you saying guru? I don't understand.
Okay. Thank you for the question, dear. May I know what's your name, please?
My name is Shamini.
Oh, Shamini. Okay, listen. There is a fundamental difference between a guru and a teacher. Teacher is one who teaches about the objects and process of external world, while a guru teaches the techniques of exploring the reality of one's inner being, meaning to know our real self. So parents, we are here not to teach your children numbers or alphabets or coloring, but to make them understand and show them the way to lead a happy, beautiful, and peaceful living despite the challenges that we and they are facing in our day-to-day life. Okay, in short, Balvikas means to build good character, as per Swami saying, end of education is character. Okay, then.
I got another question. Oh, no, not teacher. Guru. That means I don't need to wear my school uniform, right? In classes.
Yes. No need, dear. No need. But we have uniform too, you know. All children attending Balvikas must be in white. Means you can be in traditional costume like a Punjabi suit or pavade or for boys chippa, but in white. Or anything that is decent and comfortable, like even a simple t-shirt with collar, white t-shirt with collar with long pants. Okay, it should be long. Then no sleeveless tops, no shorts, no short skirts. Okay, now let's look at how our virtual classes are run. We start exactly at 11:15 a.m. First, children will be advised on rules and regulations. Then a visual lighting of a lamp accompanied by a Dibam prayer and then followed by few invocation mantra chanting will be done. After all this, proper lesson for the day would begin. Lessons can be in any order, as gurus have the liberty to vary the sequencing as to enhance the flow of the class. We end our classes with live application and universal prayers. During these times, children need to be seated quietly, so parents must observe that.
Guru,
Yes.
I don't know how to use laptop. And then I just joined school. So I don't know how to read and write. How?
Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, okay? That's why we want your amma or appa to sit beside you, to help you with the laptop, to unmute, to mute, to on the video, to off the video, and all these things, okay? So parents, please, if you have a 4-year or 5-year-olds, make sure you're beside them. Anyway, our classes are well planned with lots of pictures and videos, just appropriate for your age. So a lot of knowledge is absorbed through listening, seeing, and doing. Okay? Understood?
Guru, I got one more question.
Okay, no problem.
Guru, you was talking about prayers. My amma in the room, Sami room, will teach me to sing some Devaram. Are we going to sing Devaram here?
Devarams. Not exactly, darling. Not exactly. We will teach you lots of mantras. Mantras are short prayers for all the different God forms. These prayers will be all in Sanskrit. Now, Sanskrit is just another language, so don't feel afraid of it. As you learn, you'll get the gist of it very fast. Nothing to worry about. Also, you're going to learn a lot of prayers from the different faiths, like Buddhist prayer, Jesus prayer, Kuan Yin prayer. Very, very interesting, isn't it? Okay, let's go on.
Interesting, Guru. I also got one more question. I always get hungry. Can I eat classroom when recess time? But recess time, no, Guru, yeah?
No, baby. Very, very important question. But I'm very sorry, no eating during class. However, you can have a bottle of water beside you and drink as many times as you want. And if you need to go to washroom, just ask to be excused. Okay? Okay, baby?
Okay, Guru. I'm so excited to join class.
I'm also very excited to see all of you. So dear parents, this is basically how our classes are conducted. Benefits of the 5 teaching technique will be explained further in our welcoming class next week. Please don't feel that the whole thing looks like too much for my 4- and 5-year-olds. This is the age where children have intense mental growth and they are very analytical and have vivid imagination. Believe me, you have made the right choice, parents. In fact, this is the right age to set them on the right path. It's always easier to correct children at their tender age rather than they are grown, isn't it? And so, by the way, before I end, our big baby who had many questions to put forward is actually our nursery class coordinator, Guru Shamani. Say hello, big baby.
Hello everyone. Hope to see you all next week.
And you will get to know us better. We have a profile photo of our gurus. There are about 10 of us, yes. I'm sure you're all going to know us better as we carry on with our classes. And also, let's always keep connected in our WhatsApp nursery group for all infos. With that, we shall end. Anything, Shamani, anything more to say?
No, that's all.
Okay, with that, we shall end. Jai Sai Ram.
Hi, Ram. Thank you very much, Auntie. And thank you very much. Thank you very much, Auntie and Akka. Wow, that was a very cute presentation by the nursery gurus, just like the nursery children. So now you know lah, the gurus and the children got no difference. We all welcome all 8 children with open arms. All right. So next. So we saw the first step, right? The first step of the 14-year path. Okay, so let's look at the next step. So the next step is the group 1. So let's welcome our two very young and energetic gurus from group 1, Sister Vanessa and Sister Sandhya.
Thank you so much, Shangri.
Thank you, Saira.
Sairam. Sairam, dear parents and Sairam children as well. Welcome to the SSE Open Day for the year 2022. I am Sister Vanessa and with me today is Sister Sandhya as well. Okay, so let's go straight to the point. Group 1 class includes students from the age of 6 to 8 years old, and children at this age accepts daily routines and begins to learn what is expected of them. They also begin to develop new relationships and they really enjoy group work around this age, which we have also seen in the class. However, at this age, they prefer to make their own decisions and they seek so much for approval and attention.
Our classes enable the child to explore, express, and excel with good values. So dear parents, if you see here, there's 3E: explore, express, and excel the child with good values. What do we exactly teach in Group 1 class, you may ask, dear parents? So Group 1 Balvikas lesson has been divided into 3 teams: Swami's Day, Value Day, and Interfaith Day. All our lessons are aligned and planned accordingly to our age group 6, 7, and 8. So the child will have a better understanding for their level. So now let's watch the promo video of SSE Group 1 for the year 2022.
Sairam, dear parents and children.
Happy Blessed New Year to all of you.
We, Group 1 Gurus, are excited to kick off our Balvikas this year.
We have exciting activities, lessons for all of you.
Why is it important to join Balvik class?
Balvikas teaches us 5 human values.
Balvikas also focuses on bringing intrinsic transformation within each child.
Our lessons are divided into 3 teams. On Value Day, we learn on 5 human values: truth, peace, love, right conduct, and non-violence.
On Swami's Day, we learn about his life story and his messages. On Interfaith Day, we learn about cultures and religions. Dear parents, we, the Group 1 Gurus, welcome all of you to our e-Balvikas this year.
Alright, so that was the promo video for Group 1 and we have the Guru's profile as well. Yes, so these are the Gurus for Group 1. We have in total of 11 Gurus. So dear parents and children, on behalf of the Group 1 Gurus, we would like to welcome you once again. And we hope to see you again for the welcoming class where we will be explaining in detail about our class. Thank you and Sairam.
Sairam.
Thank you, Sister Vanessa and Sister Sandhya, for the very quick and short intro about Group 1 classes. So now we know what happens to a child, what happens in a child's class when they are 4 to 8 years old. Now I want to know what happens after they are 8. So for that, we will call upon Sister Saundari to take us through the Group 2 class.
Thank you to our beautiful MCs. So Sairam everyone, and a very good morning to all of you tuning into Sai FM. So today is a very special day for the children of Satya Sai Baba Center of Bandar Klang. Yes, that's right. They are having their open day. And today in Sai FM, we will be having the class champion of Group 2. But before we bring her on air, let us witness the Group 2 promo video. Let's see what they have in store for us. Computer G, can we have the Group 2 promo video on?
Welcome aboard, dear passengers. Fasten your seatbelt as we are about to go on a journey together. The plane is about to take off to a beautiful journey through a vast ocean of knowledge. On this trip, we will be traveling and exploring places that have long captured our imagination. Our journey will bring us from Puttaparthi to Hastinapur and then to various other houses of God. We have several missions to accomplish along the way. Fret not about the storm, as the magical and miraculous color arc, the rainbow, will lead us to our most valued reward with Swami as our guiding light. Let us surrender and take on this journey with excitement and confidence. Let us start flying together this 30th January.
Wow. So dear passengers, welcome aboard. I hope all of you have fastened your seatbelts because we are in for a ride. So with that, let's put our hands together for the class champion of Group 2, Sister Tunisha. Sarah Maka, how are you doing today?
Sairam Soundari and Sairam everyone here. I'm feeling good. How are you, Soundari?
I'm good. I'm so excited to see, nursery did a really great job. So
Yeah.
excited to see what is in line for all of us. So let's dive right into the topic for today, the Group 2 children. So as far as I know, Group 2 consists of children aged 9 to 11.
Yes.
And you've taught them last year, right? So my question to you is, how do you perceive this age group?
Well, a child at this age is less self-centered and they understand others' points of view much better. And they also they favor to their child of future same gender friends, and they also begin to become defiant, but nevertheless they are always independent and likes decision making, as well also they enjoy challenges.
Wow, I think that was very well put. So I'm sure all the lesson plans were specially made just for this age group with much love and dedication. So if I'm not mistaken, these children will be having approximately about 30 classes this year. But what will be the topics that they will be learning? So children, you better listen to what your guru is about to say.
Yes, we have 3 themes, which will be the Swami's Day, Values Day, and Interfaith Day, and also classes on Go Green Day. So on Swami's Day, the children will actually be learning on Sai Namavali and Swami stories. While in Value Day, the children will be learning the famous epic, which is Epic of Ramayana and Mahabharata. And also in the Interfaith Day, they'll be learning of various other religions like Christianity, Hinduism, and Buddhism. So our classes will enables the child to explore, express, and excel themselves with good values. So the lessons are actually already pre-prepared with all of these good values.
Sounds interesting. So apart from these 3 themes that you mentioned before, are like the classes filled with only games and activities? I'm sure there's more to it.
Yes, there's more to that. Our classes, the lesson normalizes on thinking and doing. So there will be various other techniques as mentioned as Angela just now. We use silent sitting, group singing. Also there'll be prayers, and also there are storytelling too. So every week, all these 5 techniques will be used.
You would like, it would be nice if you could give us like a little detail on the classes, like when it will be and what are the timings like.
So our classes will be on every Sunday at 2:30 to 4 p.m. And children are actually advised to come in a bit earlier, 15 minutes earlier, so they can be actually well prepared before the class starts.
All right, so that brings us to our last question. So how do these children join? I'm sure we have got very excited 9 to 11 years old children tuning in to Sai FM, wanting to know how to join Group 2 classes.
Yes. So the classes will be conducted via Zoom. So therefore children ensure all your parents have already joined the 2022 Balvikas Group 2 WhatsApp group, as the meeting and the meeting ID and all the credentials will be given in the WhatsApp group prior to every class. So from there, they can join into our class.
All right. So
Right.
with that, thank you so much, Sister Tunisha, for joining us today on Sai FM. Before we end, do you want to know the pilots that will be flying us this year? Let's have a look at all the gurus of Group 2. Yeah, so these are all your gurus. So let us all surrender and take on this journey with excitement and confidence. Let us start flying together this 30th January.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So you're listening to Sai FM. Yo, I just wanted to say it. Thank you very much, Group 2 Gurus, for that amazing concept. And thank you for walking us through how the Group 2 classes are done. Right. So next up, we're going a level higher in our roadmap. That is to the class of our young teenagers from the age of 12 to 14. Yes, Group 3. So let's now invite our ever vibrant and cheerful guru from Group 3, Guru Mano. Saira Manti.
Sai Ram, Shankari. Wow, vibrant solita. Okay. Anyway, I will try my best. Okay. Hi, morning. On slide, please. Yes, Sai Ram. Yeah, guys. Good morning and very warm welcome from me, Guru Mano, and on behalf of the Group 3 Gurus. I'm so happy to invite all of you to our open day. Okay. I'm sure, by now, especially the new parents, you would have got some idea of what goes on in our Balvikas classes, right? Because, you've heard many of the other gurus speaking about it. But then, of course, there will be a lingering question at the back of your minds. Some of you could still be having a lingering question at the back of your minds. So to address that, just let me take you or walk you to the next stage. Yeah, so next slide, please. So the lingering question in your mind could probably be this. Is a program, the Group 3 program, tailored to cater to the needs of a growing child. Okay, so to answer this, I'll just walk you through to the next stage. Next stage, please. Next slide, please. Okay, so let's look at this. The next stage, as you know what Shankari said, is slightly older category. We are having the young teens. And of course, the young teens, parents, I'm sure you understand, those of you who actually fall under this age group who have children in this age group, 12, 13, 14, well, they're neither children or they're crossing over and they're not adults either. So they are the in-between category now. So on the in-between category, okay? So one of it is definitely it's a tricky age. Exciting at one point. And the other side, they're not sure, they're confused. Okay, so what should we do? They are at this stage. A lot of changes are going through them, happening to them. So next slide, please. So to us, Group 3 is definitely a journey of discovery. To the teen, it's definitely a journey of discovery where they want to be independent, okay? And sometimes yet they are still so dependent on you. They want to be heard. Sometimes they're lonely at times, there's even many people around them. And they really don't have much concern about the little actions sometimes they do. They just go and do it. They display mature as well as immature behavior at times, surprising you, okay? So they are actually on the path. They've taken this journey. They are there on the journey of discovery. So next slide, please. So what's happening to them? So what's happening? All right. What's happening to them? So welcome to the road of discovery. So dear parents and the children who are with us on this platform, maybe it's Zoom call or the YouTube, together with Swami, together with our loving Swami, we the gurus of Group 3, we will be there to guide you and to direct you on this road, okay? We'll be there to guide you and direct you onto this road where, next slide. Yes. So the group 3 gurus, these are all the gurus in group 3. I'm sure you will be, we are very, very happy to welcome you during our welcome day, and we'll get to talk to you and interact with you on that day. But these are the gurus from group 3 as of now. So we're all waiting to take you onto this road. So let's go on to the next slide, please. So your question now, parents, will be, how do we do it? So how is it that this program is tailored, in such a way to suit your child? So this is how we're going to do it. Next slide. Okay, so just now, you all heard Sister Angela actually talking to you all about the 14 years SSE roadmap, okay? So the SSE roadmap it's a long journey. So in that journey, okay, we are actually, the group 3 is actually on the 4th rung. As you can see, it's on the 4th rung, and this is it's on an uphill trend. It's going uphill. And the stage here is actually the planning and the doing stage, where the Balvikas program, I think it's a little bit too small, but never mind, I'll just explain to you. When the Balvikas program is designed in such a way to equip the teen with the necessary information in the form of Swami's life story, value-based stories, awareness of the unity of faith, the different, the different faiths, inspirational stories of saints, inspirational stories of great men and women who made an impact, and not only, great men and women, even the ordinary man on the street who's made an impact on us. Lately, the Thaipusam story with a child, where the baby was born, that is one good story, which all of us actually should take a message from there. And together, and the very, very important super glue here, all right? And that super glue is the connection to the divine. So the connection to the divine, how? Through Vedic chanting, the Bhajagovintam slokas, the Bhagavad Gita slokas, and all this will definitely lead you to the road to discovery, okay? So can I have the next slide? So now, all this, as I was saying, that design program, okay? The design program for group 3 will definitely take you to the road of discovery, where your child, the teen who is here, you'll have ample opportunities to explore, to question, to ask, to express, to say, to excel in whatever given, a task, given field that you are in, whatever you're doing, the motivation, the support system, so that you will want to excel, okay? And at the end of it, to appreciate this whole thing, to appreciate, to imbibe, to practice the core human values in your everyday life, all right? So definitely the program will be designed in such a way that will take you onto this road of discovery. Next slide. So with that, very, very happy again, okay, to welcome all of you. We're actually, waiting to see all of you on a welcome day, where we'll have more opportunities to interact with you. And with that, do enjoy the promo video from group 3. Thank you so much. See you all soon. Bye-bye.
Welcome to our SSE Balvikas Group 3. SSE Group 3 focuses on the children in the age of 12, 13 and 14. Our SSE classes are based on the 5 core human values: truth, peace, love, non-violence and right conduct. We focus on these 4 themes in our classes. First, value, interfaith, Swami's Day, and Go Green. Our classes are conducted via the Zoom platform. We communicate with the students via the Google Classroom. This is our 2021 Google Classroom account. This is how we assign tasks and activities for the students via the Google Classroom. We also have a lot of fun and exciting games for the dear students.
Let's see what the Balvikas children have to say about their classes.
I think each and every lesson was my own therapy session. Though I don't really get stressed compared to the others, like the adults, I got to free my mind from all those schoolworks and pressure from studies. Not gonna lie, I found myself low-key enjoying waking up early and getting ready for classes. Cause I know my Sunday morning can't get any better with Balvikas.
I learned so many things like Bhagavad Gita, slokas, mantras, Vedas, and many more. Thank you so much to all the gurus for putting effort to teach all the group 3 students.
Classes was so amazing with interesting stories, funny games, and the best gurus. Guru Sudha, Guru Mano, Uncle Rama, and both my Akkas and Annes. I have learned so many new things such as Bhagavad Gita stories and slokas, Jaya Govinda mantras, and about other religions' gods.
Are you all excited now? Don't forget to register for Balvikas Group 3. See you all soon. Bye, Sairam.
So that was from Group 3. Thank you very much, Auntie Mano, for sharing us what happens to a child who is growing to become a teen at this very crucial age. Okay, so now if we look at our roadmap, we are at the final step of the roadmap. And we will move to Group 4. So actually, Group 4 has a very different model compared to all other groups. And we should hear it from the experts themselves. So for that, I will call upon Brother Hyrene.
Sairam, everyone. So the teens of Group 4, right? So Group 4, as what Auntie was saying also for Group 3, right? They are teens, so they are in a very unique phase of life. You can't consider them as a child. You cannot tell them to do basic stuff and all that. They'll get very annoyed with it, right? And you can't treat them like adults also. You can't give them like big responsibility and trust them that they'll do it perfectly, and take ownership of their action, right? So it's a very unique phase. So it should be in a way that you allow them to experiment with life and to make mistakes, but that also should be a safety net to catch them if they fall, right? So that is the very unique environment that Group 4 provides. So if you have seen, right, some of you might have gone for skydiving, right? Skydiving. So what is the most important thing that you must carry with you if you go for skydiving? Can I have some responses in the chat? Skydiving, you go in a plane, very high altitude, then you jump out of the plane. So what is the main thing that you need to carry? Yes, parachute. So parachute is the most important thing that you must carry, right? When you are going for skydiving. So Group 4 is like a parachute. Anyhow, when you go to colleges and tertiary education, right? So this is the first time that you are actually stepping out of the house. You are staying alone. Getting to know people, getting to be stepping into the adult life, right? So when you step into the adult life, first thing you'll see a lot of culture shock in the first place. I think most of the gurus also and Annas and Akkas also experience this, right? So culture shock is inevitable. So Group 4 serves as a parachute. So when you have a parachute, you are safe. You can explore a lot of things. You can see things around. You can get used to what's happening in tertiary education. But then you also sure that you are safe in the environment while you are exploring the outside world. So that is what Group 4 provides. So in teens, right, when you're in Group 4, you are searching for your real self, so-called, right? Like, what are your values? What are your habits? What's your character? So this is the stage where teens actually form their character, form their values that they carry forward for the rest of their life until they're adults, right? So it's a very crucial phase, and that's why Group 4 is a very important tool for them to ease into the adulthood life. So our classes mainly explore on the tools of life skill management. So, if you're stepping into life, there's certain tools that you need. You need to understand personalities. You need to understand what are the values that you can carry forward, and how to, in a tough situation, how to bring yourself forward. So this is what Group 4 class does. we try to polish and bring out the inherent values in each teen. And if you see the diagram, right, this is the practitioner level. So throughout nursery to group 3, you have learned a lot of things, like, gurus have taught you a lot of things, and you have captured a lot of things, a lot of values, a lot of theories, everything you have learned. But this is where you actually put it into practice, what you have learned. So if you remember, right, Anjulaka shared about the tree, right? The tree. So from the seed, it grows all the way up to becoming a tree. So once the tree has become a tree, whether it's a flowering tree or a fruit tree, what is expected of the tree? What do you expect from a fruit tree? Let's say a mango tree. What do you expect from a mango tree? Can you put in the chat, what do you expect from a mango tree? Yes, to give out fruits. Mango tree means must give out mango fruits, right? So if you see, right, if you go buy mangoes, right, some mango trees are very sweet. The mango is very sweet. Some not so much. So what is special in that very sweet mango tree? Of course, the care and the effort that was put into, like, really jaga the mango tree, right? You really take care of the mango tree, so that the mango tree, put bajala, you put a lot of things. So this is all these 4 stages, right? Nursery, group 1, group 2, group 3 is where you put the baja and all that. And group 4 is where you actually give out the fruit. So it's very important for you to give out the best tasting fruit, the sweetest fruit that you can possibly give. So that is group 4. So how to get the best out of group 4 class? Okay, so the first thing for group 4 class is you need to be very curious. You need to be asking a lot of questions. Doesn't matter whether the question is it might sound silly or whatever. So, but as far as you learn, it's good enough. So, as what nursery class, right? You had that very curious child that was asking a lot of questions, right? So as we grow older, we tend to lose that quick curiosity. So in group 4 class, you need to be always very curious. You need to be, be ready to speak up and share your thoughts. If you have an idea, you share your thoughts. In group 4 class, we have one, we have one saying, there's no wrong questions or wrong answers. There's only opinions, right? So we discuss about the opinions that we have, and take the best out of what opinion we have, right? So we take the best out of it. So share your thoughts and speak up. And the most important thing is to have fun. Okay, so group 4 classes are always very fun. We have a lot of activities, we have a lot of interactions. So we remember to have fun. And of course, the most important thing is be regular for classes. So do join the classes regularly. We also have camps, and we have game nights and all that. So please do join the classes regularly. So as what we showed, what Anjulaka shared earlier, the class timing is on Sundays, 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So about the same time as what we have, the open day is, so 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So with that, I'm sure all of you are very curious to meet our group 4 gurus, all our Annas and Akas. So this is our group 4 gurus. And the group 4 gurus also have something very special to share with all of you. So let's listen to that.
Ram, hola, namaste, ni hao.
Are you aged somewhere between 15 to 70 years young?
Entering those crucial years of your teenage life.
Finding it challenging to get the right balance between being free, youthful, and being connected to Swami at the same time?
We have the perfect solution for you.
Group 4 SSE classes.
We have many interesting and trendy topics to be covered in our syllabus, such as
self-worth,
equality,
responsibility,
sincerity,
festivals such as Sivaratri, Easter Sunday, and many more.
Not forgetting all the fun-filled activities such as
games,
quizzes, and puzzles,
group projects,
sharing of experience sessions,
role plays, and many more.
Have you enrolled with the group 4 Balvikas at Bandar Klang? If you haven't, it's time for you to explore with an open mind, express with an open heart, and experience with an open arms. We are very enthusiastic about having you with us to have an extraordinary meal with you.
Not only the Group 4 classes will definitely make your day, but it will also help you to become the better version of yourself. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up for the SSE Group 4 classes today and we will see you very, very soon.
We really look forward
to having you
in our class.
And let's have
lots of fun together
through Balvikas.
Sairam.
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 Sairam
Sairam.
Sairam. Sairam.
Sairam
Sairam.
All right. Thank you very much, Brother Harvin, for that amazing sharing on Group 4. Thank you for walking us all through. Yes, so we are done with all of the classes roadmap explanation from nursery up to Group 4. சீக்கிரம் முடிஞ்சிருச்சுல, but it's
That's a long 14 years, right?
Yes, exactly. So it's actually 14 years, but we just finished everything in half an hour. So this is a journey worth signing up for. Once again, we would like to remind on the Q&A. So far, we just have one question. If you have any question at all, feel free to let us know. This is the QR code of the Menti link for you to type in your answers. Sorry, questions. All right, okay. So we've heard about the education wing, right, so far. Remember Uncle Rama first, early in the morning, he said there's like 5 wings. I hope you all still remember, you're alert and aware. So I've been hearing about the education wing all along. So next we are going to kickstart with the other 4 wings. So to begin that, we will invite the powerful duo, Brother Naveen and Sister Chandini, representing the spiritual wing. Sarah mana?
Sairam. Yeah, can we have the video first?
So let us welcome Brother Professor Dr. Murali to conduct this interesting study circle.
So the title of tonight's study circle is Health is Wealth. So let's quickly move on to question B. What are practical steps that we can take to ensure that we can live healthier through our consumption of food?
Our very first online satsang session. Okay, so
ஒரு கதை தான் சொல்ல போறேன். என்ன கதைன்னா, அந்த தமிழர்கள் அந்த காலத்துல தை மாசம் பொறுக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னுக்கே ஒரு
हर शिव शंकर भोलेनाथ शिरडी
गिरिजारमणा परमानंदा समाधि.
So today we are starting off with Ganapati Prarthana. Okay. Mupamashravastamam. Can you see the 2 S's? Mupamashravastamam.
योगेश्वराय नमो.
A very warm welcome to all of you for joining SSBC Bandaklang again.
Right. Thank you, Uncle, so much for your sharing and thoughts. I think it was really very refreshing to hear such early days accounts. Most of us don't know about those days. So very
With
nice.
this, we end this musical offering by reliving the ecstasy of this profound Qawwali. Sai bin raha na jaye. Jai Sai.
के प्यासे नैना सांझ सवेरे मिट मर जाए तुझ पे हमसे न रूठे तू
Chocolate, Saira Mohan. Yes, Chocolate. I took your advice and tried my best to practice the different forms of devotion by
The bhajan says, these are not ordinary names.
ये नाम सारे है जीवन सहारे. Happy birthday to you, Sai Baba.
Swami Mari Antayu Neeve, Nada Brahma Jagannatha.
Sairam, everyone. So lovely to see all of you all here today morning. And as you just would have watched the video, that is our promo for the spiritual wing. So just to very quickly introduce the spiritual wing of the center, what is the purpose of the spiritual wing of SSBC Bandar Klang? So the spiritual wing is here to unite all spiritual programs, and this includes all the activities which you just saw in the video: bhajan, study circle, satsangs, STP programs, so on and so forth. And we streamline all these programs and standardize it wherever necessary. And we provide guidelines so devotees and aspirants are able to implement these activities either in the center or personally or with the family at home. And also by doing this, we hope that all devotees, all aspirants are able to empower themselves with the teachings of Swami and also help them to appreciate the inner relevance of the modern day living nowadays, especially with all the challenges that we are going through. And so just to highlight a couple of activities compared to all the other activities that we have, which is in collaboration with the education wing and which is, I guess, most relevant to all of us here today, would be the SSE Veda classes and the Balvikas Bhajan training program. So I will touch on the SSE Veda classes just to give you all a brief introduction of what it is. So the SSE Veda classes is here to educate all Balvika students on Sanskrit intonation and also to teach them on all the various or rather basic Veda chanting that we do in center, or they can even do it at home. And Swami has very strongly encouraged and propagated the chanting of Vedas. And so we have taken this challenge to teach these Veda classes online for Balvika students. So the Veda classes are compulsory for Group 3 and Group 4 students, and they will all join in to learn the basic chants that we do, especially in center, and also something that they can practice at home by themselves. So this is the second year where we're doing the Veda classes online. Previously, it used to be in the center, but of course, with COVID and the whole pandemic, we were all confined to our own homes. So we actually managed to bring the Veda classes online. And so all students, in fact, Group 3 and Group 4, it's compulsory. They do go through the lessons and they do learn the Vedas as much as they can. With regards to the Balvikas Bhajan training program, I think we have someone better to explain about the Balvikas Bhajan training program, and that is our center Bhajan coordinator. So I'm going to pass it on to her, and she will explain the whole format of this year's Balvikas Bhajan training program. There is a slight change, so please do listen and get as much information as you can. Thank you very much. Jai Saira.
Sairam everyone, good morning. Right, okay. I'm Chandini, for those of you who don't know me. I'll be briefly introducing the Balvikas Bhajan Training Program, which we simply call BBTP for this year, for the year 2022. So firstly, let's look at the emphasis that Swami places on bhajan. So I'm just quoting a few quotes from Swami on the importance that he actually places on bhajans. So Swami has said, sing aloud the glory of God and charge the atmosphere with divine adoration. This is why I insist, Swami uses the word insist, on group singing of the names of the Lord. He also says, in this busy age of fear and anxiety, the remembrance of God and repetition of his name is the one means of liberation that is accessible to all. Right? Again, I think very relevant to us, right? Today's times when we have a lot of fear, anxiety, not just as adults, but even as teenagers and as children. The one thing that is easily accessible to all of us is to chant the name of the Lord, as Swami has said. He also goes on to say devotional singing, bhajan, is a spiritual practice, sadhana, for all who share in it. So there's no discrimination. Anybody can share it, take part in it. And let your whole life be a spiritual song. Believe that God is everywhere at all times and derive strength, comfort, and joy by seeing his glory in his presence. So these are just a few. There's a whole list of quotes that Swami has said on bhajans. So if we move on to the next slide, where I will actually introduce some of the important details on BBTP for 2022. Now, it is only for group 2, 3, and 4 SSE students. And the main reason is because we are doing it online. If we were going to do it face-to-face in center, we can get the younger ones to be involved as well, such as the nursery and the group 1. But because it's being done virtually, it's a bit difficult for them to follow and catch up with the lessons when it's done online. So we are having this BBTP for this year for group 2, 3, and 4 students. The classes, as I said, will be conducted online. It is not compulsory. So this is one big change from last year. Last year, we said those who register for Balvikas, for SSE, you are, very much told to join BBTP. But this year, we are no longer making it compulsory. So it is for those who are interested, you are most welcome to join. And the main reason is because we want to use the BBTP as a platform to mold these children who are interested to participate in bhajans to eventually become bhajan singers in our center. So as we know, the center starts to reopen more and more to the younger ones. We are still under a lot of SOP and restrictions at the moment. But once center reopens, and then we will have children's bhajans and those kind of things. So that is why we would really like to get kids who are involved in BBTP to join and start singing in our center for bhajans and these kind of things. So that's why interest is very important, because if the interest is not there, it's going to be quite difficult to follow the bhajan lessons. Right? The classes will be conducted on one Saturday per month. So it's just once a month, and it will be from 4 p.m. to 5:15 p.m. So this is another small change. Last year, it was from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. But this year, we're adding an extra 15 minutes to have a bit more interaction and one-to-one sessions with the students in the breakout rooms. All right. So again, next slide. Another change in format for the year. We are having 2 separate classes. All right, so you can only join either one of these classes, okay, because they're happening simultaneously, unless we can split ourselves into 2. But I don't think we can do that. So we can only join either one of these classes. The first class is called Sai Shruti, and the second class is called Sai Bhava. All right, so in Sai Shruti, we will be focusing on simple bhajans, simple songs. We will be focusing on the basic tune of the bhajan and catching the right shruti. So the very first thing in learning bhajans and singing bhajans is to catch the right shruti. So in the Sai Shruti class, we will be focusing on these kind of fundamental things, such as catching the tune and catching the right shruti. And we'll be also focusing on the meaning of the words in the song. So we'll go word by word and look into the meaning of the bhajan that we are teaching for that month. All right. And in the Sai Bhava class, we'll be focusing on a little bit more medium songs. So something intermediate, and also focusing on the details of the raga, okay, the song's rag, and also bhava, right? So bhava basically means the feeling or the emotion behind the song. So when we sing a bhajan, a particular kind of song, what are the kind of emotions that song should bring out? What are the kind of visualizations that we can do? So if we look at the third point, focus on the deeper meaning of the song through visualization. So that is the difference in the structure or the content between Sai Shruti and Sai Bhava, right? So again, I emphasize students are encouraged to pick one class, okay? You can't join both classes because they're happening at the same time, at the same date or, each month. All right, so how to join? Some of you might be wondering, how can I actually join this BBTP 2022? So very simple, 5-step process. All right, first step is to register. So right after today's open day, we will be sending out the registration forms to the group 2, group 3 and group 4 students. All right, so you are required to fill up the very simple registration form with a few questions. And in that registration form will be step 2, whereby you choose, you select your preferred class. So it's either Sai Shruti or Sai Bhava. You select it in the registration form. And then step 3 is to join the classes. All right, in the next few slides, I will show you the dates of our BBTP 2022. So you join the classes on the Saturday. And for the first 2 classes, you can choose, you can join based on whatever choice you made. Remember in the registration form, if you click Sai Shruti, you will join the Sai Shruti class. And for these first 2 classes, the gurus who are conducting the classes will basically gauge how are the students' suitability to the class that they have chosen. All right, so if you have chosen maybe a Sai Bhava, but the gurus feel that you are probably more suited to join Sai Shruti because you need to catch, the importance of those kind of things. After these first 2 classes, we will readjust. Okay, so step 4, this is where the gurus will readjust you and put you into the classes according to their suggestions. So most of these gurus are all bhajan singers in our center for some time. So they have a bit of experience and they are here to guide you. So they will readjust to make sure you get the maximum benefit from this BBTP session. All right. So then once they have readjusted and changed you to the right class for that year, step number 5 is basically to enjoy the BBTP session. All right, so we'll have lots of fun and enjoy BBTP 2022 with your gurus and your friends. All right, the gurus for this year, so in the next slide, we have these Annas and these Akas. All right, Navin Anna, you met him earlier, just before I came on. You have Roshan Anna. You have Venisa Akka, she spoke earlier for group 1. You have Lishan Dana, who's a group 4 Balvikas Guru. You have Hamsa Akka, who's the MC in this call. And you also have me, right? So all very familiar faces. And I think all very friendly people, I think, right? So you'll have lots of fun with us. I can assure you that. Okay, so these are our gurus. And I'm very happy to also introduce that we have assistant and also technical gurus for the year. And some of you might look at them and find them quite familiar because they are actually our Balvikas alumni. Some of them actually just graduated from Balvikas last year. All right, so we have Harindra Anna, Jiva Prabhaka, Lakshman Anna a bit senior. So he's head of the technical and assistant gurus team. All right, and also Bhavadarini Akka. So these are all the gurus who are going to be involved. So again, to encourage you when you join BBTP and you graduate from BBTP, you even have the opportunity to join the BBTP gurus team and help out for the next following years. All right, and so next slide, I think this is my last slide. So this is the BBTP 2022 class schedule. We have classes every month except in March. All right, in March, we don't have BBTP class, but we will be conducting our center's bhajan workshop. So those who are joining BBTP, you are very, very, very much encouraged to join the bhajan workshop, where we will touch a lot of basic things about bhajans. So Shruti, Tal, bhajan classification, how to choose the right song when you want to sing for bhajans. So all these kind of very fundamental things we will be covering in bhajan workshop. All right, and then those are the dates for the BBTP sessions for the year, and some very, very, very important reminders. All right, good attendance and commitment is very much needed. All right, and I emphasize on this because Swami places a lot of emphasis on discipline for bhajan singers. All right, so discipline is one of the most important things that we need to cultivate before we become a bhajan singer, and that starts with commitment. All right, so good attendance and good commitment is extremely important. If you cannot commit, then wait. Wait till you feel you are ready to commit and then join BBTP. All right, don't take it as, okay lah, I join lah. And then after 1 month, 2 months, no lah, I think I don't want to go lah. So, have a good commitment and then choose to register. And second thing, very important, your camera must be turned on, your audio must be functioning. Okay, without audio, no voice comes out, no bhajan. There's no silent bhajan, that's meditation. All right, so this is bhajan training program. So your audio must be functioning and it must be turned on throughout the class. All right, and I'm going to be very strict with this. All right, Akka is a nice person, but Akka can also be strict. So if you are not going to be following these, guidelines for 2 classes and more, we will have to remove you from the program. Okay, again, it's discipline. Swami places a lot of emphasis on discipline. And finally, you need to have good interest and good participation. All right, so if you participate, we will also participate and we can have lots of fun together. All right, so I think that's it from me. My next slide is to say if you have any questions, you can always contact me. Or again, I think you can put it in the QR code, which we will be sharing on the slide and also in the chat box. You can put your questions there. All right, thank you so much. And I will pass it back to our beautiful host for the day, Hamza and Shankari. Jai Sairam.
Thank you, Akka. Thank you. And thank you, Naveen and for giving us a quick summary about what happens in the spiritual wing. And I think Chandani Akka really touched on an important point. Spiritual wing is all about cultivating discipline in us. And so if you are interested in the BBTP program, which has a new structure now, you can reach out to Chandani Akka. Again, another reminder, if you have any questions at all for today's open day, you can put it in the Mentimeter link, or else you can put it in our chat box as well. We will pick it up and address it at the end of today. Okay, so next we will call upon a wing where this wing, you can call them at any point of time and they'll be there. So I think by now you should already know who I'm talking about. It's none other than our very active service wing. So I will call upon my father, Brother Mohana, to come and share about service wing.
Sairam, dear brothers and sisters, thank you very much, MC, giving this opportunity. Okay, let us play the first video. Computer G.
Om Sri Sairam. The service wing is an integral part of any centers in Satya Sai organization. Seva is an action that liberates us. Thus, it is a spiritual practice in the humanitarian basis. A point to note here is doing the best of you, to your family, and to society within your available skill, knowledge, and resources. The attitude of performing a service activity is without self-interest and voluntary. The outcome of your participation at the end of it is happiness and gratitude. In short, self-service, service to family, community service. A list of service activities available under the Social Economic Development. We have Narayana Seva, giving dry ration by helping the needy and poor, guiding the needy and poor in documentation and paperwork, creating sustainable initiative for them to continue living, feeding the homeless. Next is medical care. We do organize a lot of medical camps, blood donation drive on quarterly basis, hospital visit, orphanage visit, old folk visit, as well as handicapped homes. And then we do have environment care, which is we care for the mother nature by planting trees, encouraging people to have a plant at home, save water, protect natural resources, river protection work, etc. Next, emergency relief work. natural disasters, flood relief, fire, pandemic, and so on. Service of need. All you need is pure heart to help, and the noble intention are the basis of the service. You may volunteer your time, energy, skill, knowledge to the above activities. SSE organization does not do any fundraising, neither get any funding from anywhere. All activities are self-funded and voluntary contribution without any compulsion. With that, Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you very much for the video. And I know it's very soft. Thank you very much for you bearing with me. When we are looking at any activity, anything you want to in your life, basically, it is all you need to do with this an intention, and then there must be an outcome. So service, it is something, we are going to give it a chance for yourself to express gratitude for what you have in your life. So bearing this in mind, what the service wing will do is, we will create from time to time various opportunities for the members and the public to engage in community and social service, to assist those in need. So as the need comes, we'll come out a project and do it. We do have two structure. One, it is planned activity. The other one, it is need basis, right? So for us to achieve this goal, we need a lot of assistance. That means not only the service wing, few people, but also members like you. Each and every one of you can be part of this team. Okay, together everyone achieve more. It is that it's a team. All right. Okay, you may have a lot of questions in your mind. Some of the question it is, I like to help people. How do I help? All right. So I have some skills, or these skills, how can help others, right? And this voluntarily, how I can be part of the service wing. The next question you may have it is, I have some contacts, I have some networks, and these people can assist the service wing, right? And you also say, I'm really busy, I'm occupied every day, every week, I have a lot of things to do. And in my busy schedule, how I can assist. Also, many more questions you have. Well, all the questions, the next slides will give that answer. That's activities which is we carried out in 2021, last 2 years. And for more information, do call me at 012-278-6091, either WhatsApp or call. All right. And if let's say you can't reach me, you can reach out any of the management team, from a chairman, secretary, or even the gurus. They can assist you to connect with me. With that, I call for that next video to show that activities we carried out over the years. Thank you, and Jai Ram. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you very much, Uncle. Thank you very much. All right. So now we have seen the spiritual wing and the service wing. Next, we are going to look into a wing that is filled with powerful women. Yes, they always make sure to keep our tummies and hearts full all the time. So for that, let's welcome Sajita Akka, Sairam Akka.
Sairam Ma Shangri. Thank
Sairam.
you. Okay, Sairam dear brothers, sisters, and children. My name is Sajita, the Mahila Wing Coordinator of SSBC Banda Clan. A very warm welcome to all of you. Swami says, if women are given due recognition, they will shine with brilliance in all fields and will serve the house, country, and the entire world gloriously, contributing to the welfare of the entire humanity. Hence, we ladies are often seen in all wings of the center. We have the Mahilas in education, in spiritual, in service, and we have a wing to call our very own, where we bring all ladies together for one common goal, that is to serve and for the love of Swami. Now let's begin with Mahilas in education. Swami always said, you must study to become steady. So he often emphasized that the purpose of education is to inculcate virtues and character in every individual. Swami said, Balvikas is my right hand, and any mother is a Balvikas guru. Okay, so he has given special rights to women and mothers to be Balvikas gurus, thereby laying the foundation of a value-based society. We Mahilas are the pillars of Balvikas wing and hence taking the divine mission forward with dedication and sincerity. Mahilas are also endowed with the divine gift of patience, forbearance, and emotional strength. We pass on these values to our children by being role models. Having said that, we Mahilas are present in all other areas too. Example, like I mentioned earlier, the spiritual service, and we offer a variety of programs and activities for you to partake in. Some of these highlights of the wing will be shown in a video shortly. Okay, and just to highlight some of the activities that has taken place in the past, we have had the Laksha Archana and Kodi Archana. A similar program which is rebranded this year and called Sai Archana will be taking place on 30th January 2022. So Sai Archana is a spiritual sadhana that aims to reach 97,000 chants of Sai Namasmarana and Gayatri Mantra. And this program will commence at 5:30 a.m. It's once a month, and it will start this coming Saturday. Okay, and in the past we have had a program called Light. Okay, Light is an empowerment program created specially for all ladies. The Light program has been enhanced and very well received by devotees and public. The module consists of life is a game played, ignite the power within, grow in happiness, healthy thought, words and deeds, transform and transcend. So for the past 3 years, Light program has been conducted in various states in Malaysia, and is also in overseas such as Indonesia, Africa, Philippines. It's an engaging program with many activities included, aiming to promote experiential learning. Okay, and then there's another program which is called Lotus, a beautiful program for married couples and newlyweds. It comes with 5 modules. Marriage is a love, live it. Marriage is a challenge. Marriage is a union. Marriage is a dream. Marriage is a song. So to be a good parent, we must first have a good understanding and a good relationship with our spouses that will enable us to bring unity and make a happy and divine family. So don't miss this chance when the program takes place. We've also had a program called Gita Samarpana, which is learn to chant verses of the Gita. All sisters are invited to join the class. So when this program takes place, we'll be sending out more information to all of you. Finally, the finale, our annual Ladies' Day celebrations. Swami has given us this special day to emphasize to the whole world the crucial role of women in society. He has emphasized that women have a special duty to restore reverence and right action in the home. And in Prashanti Nilayam, Ladies' Day is celebrated on the 19th November every year. Last but not least, like all other wings, I can't do this all by myself. Hence, I have 3 Iron Ladies or Mahilas. That is the backbone of this wing. Sister Parimala, Sister Shanti, Sister Vini, whom you will be meeting and communicating with soon for all Mahila programs of the center. That's all from me, dear brothers and sisters. We look forward to our dear ladies and mothers on this call to join us on the Mahila wing, as Swami has made it clear that women have the strength and qualities to be leaders in all aspects of society, family, community, and nation. So please take a look at a very short video just to give you an idea of what the Mahila wing offers. But it's not limited to the continuous service and programs that will be happening this year. Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you, Sajitaka, for the sharing on the ladies wing. Indeed, ladies wing is really the support for all the other wings. I mean, without ladies, I think a lot of wings will be quite short-handed. Thank you very much, Akka. Okay, now we'll call upon the actual like backbone and support system of our center. We have the young adult wing, and for this, I will call upon Levin.
Hi, my name is Levin, and I'm the Assistant Young Adult Coordinator of Bandar Clan. So we have seen an introduction from various different wings throughout the day. So I'm here to give a brief introduction about what the Young Adult Wing is and how do we operate the center. So next slide, please. Yeah. So what is the SSE Young Adult Program and how do we operate the center? So basically, we serve as a program. We serve as a bridge, as a platform between the young adult wing and other different wings in center. So, for example, if the spiritual wing, service wing, or ladies wing, for example, they're having a program on their own, we collaborate with them and we provide manpower or resource as well. So, for instance, their online program, we help in technical aspect and service program, for example, blood donation. For in example, our volunteers they attend blood donation or any campaign. And then So now some of you might be curious to know who are eligible to fall within the category of young adult. So especially for those graduating after Group 4, those who are between the category of 18 to 40 years old, you fall within the young adult category. So next slide, please. So as I've mentioned earlier, what are the activities that we are involved in? So spiritual, service, as well as education. So we collaborate between these things. And finally, sports and recreation. So previously pre-COVID, we used to organize sports day on an annual basis. But then since the past 2 years, we have not organized any indoor or outdoor sports games. So we have come up with a very exciting activity this year, which is Virtual Sports Day. So I'll be sharing a little bit about our Virtual Sports Day in the upcoming slide. So next one, please. Okay, so here's a quote from Swami about youth. The future of the country depends on the skill and the sincerity of youth. Therefore, the necessary enthusiasm and encouragement must be generated among the youth. All my hopes are based on the students, the youth. They are very dear to me. So it's a very nice quote to hear about Swami, and I hope those especially graduating from Group 4 will be inspired hearing this. Okay, next one, please. Next slide. Okay, so some of you all might be wondering, how can I contribute being part of the youth wing or part of the center? Okay, part of the activities organized by the youth wing. So you may take part in young adult activities by joining the organizing team. So for example, when we are organizing an activity, we will create an organizing team WhatsApp group, and we will send out the link for people to join, for example, in the youth wing WhatsApp group. So at the end of my sharing session, I will share a QR code on the slides, and you may scan the QR code, fill up a form, and we will add you in the youth wing database, and you will soon be added to the youth wing WhatsApp group. So you may also contribute in terms of cash, and whenever we are having an activity, you may share the information, flyers, and etc. to your friends and family. And you may also contribute your skills for the activities if you feel you have a certain expertise in certain field. Okay, next slide. Okay, and these are the upcoming activities for the year 2022. So we are launching a youth podcast for the first time. Our first episode is going to be on air this coming April for Swami's Aradhana, and our virtual sports day. So some of you might be wondering, how can we do sports day online? Is there going to be physical activities involved? Yes, it's not going to be y'all are going to definitely there's going to be physical activities involved, for example, running, whatever y'all do physically, but then it's going to be done virtually. How is it going to be done? Stay tuned for this coming August. So our virtual sports day is going to be this coming August. It's going to be a big event by young adults. And youth Vikas. So what is Youth Vikas? Youth Vikas is basically a satsang between youths. So if you fall within the category of 18 to 40 years old, you may join this Youth Vikas program, and it's going to be on bi-monthly basis. Okay, and there's going to be a youth hangout program coming very soon. It's this coming February, towards the end of February, and we will share details in the Youth Wing WhatsApp group. And career talk as well. We had our first career talk in 2021. We had some good response for our career talk, and we'll be trying to have a bigger reach and trying to do our career talk in a bigger scale. And finally, we'll end the year with New Eve celebration headed by the youth. All right, next slide. And these are the team behind the young adult wing in our center, with Jeevan being the youth wing coordinator, Yuashni Akka and myself being his assistant. All right, so that's all from me. Yeah, here's the QR code. You may scan the QR code and fill up the form. Okay, so over to the MCs.
Thank you very much, Brother Levin. So clearly we can all understand that no matter how old you are, in what age you are, you can give back to the society. You can offer your love and your service to Swami in all these many ways. So thank you very much to all the wing coordinators for your quick and short briefing. I know you didn't have enough time because there's so much for you to say. So thank you, everyone. Next. So we are going to go to, yes, the Q&A session. We have been asking you all to put up your questions if you have and you would like us to clarify. So let's have the questions. I will call upon the wing coordinators if it's regarding their wings. Okay. So the first question, what is a banyan tree? Yes, that is a banyan tree. Whoever asked for it, it's that's the picture of a banyan tree. Clear? Okay, everyone. Okay, so the next question is, okay, they don't have any doubts. Okay, I think ரொம்ப கேட்டுட்டோம் போல. எனக்கு டவுட்டே இல்ல அப்படின்னு அங்கேயே சொல்லிட்டாங்க. Okay, the third question. Do you all provide Vedic chanting and BBTP classes for adults? Okay. So I think adults are way more excited than the children. I'll call upon Chandini Akka maybe to address this question.
Okay, Sairam, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, okay. So we, at the moment, we do not have Vedic chanting and BBTP classes for parents at the moment. But we have it in the plans because it has been brought to our attention, like within the committee itself and, amongst the gurus. So we will be trying to start off. I'm not committing and saying yes yet. But I will have to discuss with the Bhajan team and also, within the committee and spiritual wing and stuff like that. But we will consider, yeah. And in the future plans, we will try to extend. But I would also like to inform all the parents that our Veda classes and our BBTP classes, we put all our materials up on our center YouTube channel, right? So you are most welcome to watch those videos, to listen to those sessions on YouTube, and you can follow it virtually. I mean, of course, it's not like class per se with the adults or with the parents, but at least you can still listen in and tune in to the sessions and try to pick up a little bit, at least until we start these sessions for the adults. Yeah, so I think that's it for this question.
All right.
Thank you,
Akka.
All right, welcome.
So the next question we have is, what is the dress code to join these virtual classes? Okay, and we also have how to become a guru after group 4. Okay. Oh, I think there's another budget related question. So Chandini Akka, this is my first time joining Balvikas. Which group should I choose for budgets? Is the question. Chandini Akka? Okay, I think she's not here. So we will direct the other 2 questions to our education coordinator. So Anjulaka, these questions are for you. What is the dress code to join the virtual class, and how to become a guru after group 4?
Right. So thank you for bringing up these questions, and I'm pretty happy that we only have 2 questions. So most of the questions have been answered, or more questions are going to come up soon. We're not sure. But to answer your question, yes, we do have a dress code so that we create the discipline part of it during class with the thought of ensuring that we wear white for class. So white Punjabi suit with the shawl. And then which is also white, and white shirt and white pants for boys, or white collared t-shirt and so forth. But the girls should by right come for class with white attire. So the question that may be running in the parents' mind right now, and if you are new to Balvikas, and okay, I don't have a white attire, I don't know where to purchase it, or I will take time to purchase it. Yes, you are given time. The child can come in traditional attire for class in the meantime. But however, it is really encouraged that the child comes in white, because there's also scientific reasons of how a child comes in white, the absorption, and there's quite a bit of things that probably will be touched during the welcoming class. And also all these guidelines on how and what you need to wear and bring forward during classes will be shared to you in your WhatsApp group in class guidelines and so forth. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Akka.
We have another question, right?
That's the question on how to become a guru after group 4.
Right. We always welcome the children who finish the classes to become a guru. And always it's encouraged, we always go forward, ask them. And in case we have missed out asking you, because maybe we saw your interest probably in some other areas, like maybe budgets or maybe in the youth side, and we probably missed it, please do come and connect to us. But if you realize in this call, even Shankari is a product of Balvikas, Hamsa is a product of, I mean, most of us are a product of Balvikas after group 4, right? So if you are really excited being guru, come and reach out to me. And also, it's not necessarily if you must finish group 4. In between, as a parent also, if you realize, hey, I have this interest or passion to teach and also help out, kindly reach out to us, right? Yeah. So I hope I've answered those 2 questions.
Thank you very much, Akka. So that's all the questions that we got today. If you have any other question at all, you can contact any one of us you saw today. So feel free. Okay, so we have come to an end.
Okay, all right. So before we end the session for today, I would just like to remind on a few things. Firstly is the registration. It will open up again today after our open day. And then you will have until the end of February to register, but you don't have to wait until end of February. You can register as soon as possible. And then the second thing is, once you register, you'll be added into a WhatsApp group, and all the communication and information, you can get it from there. This coming Sunday, we will be having our welcoming class. So the parents can actually sit together and experience the whole class together with your child. And this is an amazing opportunity for you to sit with the gurus and ask them any questions and actually really get to know what your child experienced in the class. Okay. And then the next thing is, today, all 5 of our wings have presented, and if you feel like you want to contribute in any of the wings, you can contact the person in charge. And also in the beginning of the call, before our chairman, Brother Rama spoke, we shared with you all our pages, right? Our Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube pages. All our contents will be posted there, especially on YouTube. We have a lot of videos uploaded, like what Chandini Akka said, the BBTP videos, Veda class videos, all our weekly bhajans are all uploaded there. So please feel free to subscribe and watch our videos. Okay, and then we also have our newsletter, center newsletter. The link will be shared. Once the gurus the parents are added into the WhatsApp group, and we also have our own website. So we have a lot of platforms that you can connect to us. So please follow and like and share. Okay, so that's all I have for today, and we have the feedback QR code. So please scan it and give us the feedback on how the open day today went. Okay. Anything else, Shankari, that I missed out?
It's just that for the welcoming class, we really invite all the parents to join. So do join with your children. It's going to be a session where you actually can see what they're actually doing in classes throughout the whole year. So please do join us. That's all, yeah. And do give us your feedback on how today went.
Okay, thank you, Shankari. So we really apologize for the delay, and thank you for your patience with us. So before we end for today, we will have the Arati.
Om Jai Jagadish Hari Swami Satya Sai Hari Bhakta Jana Samrakshaka Bhakta Jana Samrakshaka Bhakti Maheshwara Om Jai Jagadish Hari शांति 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 समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
Okay, thank you very much to everyone for spending your Sunday morning with us. Our gurus are really waiting with open arms to see you on the 31st of January. And thank you very much once again from the whole organizing team. Sai Ram and have a great Sunday.
Thank you everyone for joining.